5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Girl, I'm in love with you.
What's that voice?
This ain't the honeymoon.
Yes.
Past the infatuation phase. Right in the thick of love. At times we get sick of love. Seems like we argue every day. I know I misbehaved. All right, what's up, y'all? I was trying to do the fake John Legend, and it just didn't come to me.
Didn't.
I kind of forgot what he sounds like.
That's what I'm saying, because I was like, I knew that's what I was supposed to do, and then it just didn't come out. Hold on,
you went somewhere else with it.
Girl, wait.
Ever since God Did came out, and that new John Legend sounding kid, I don't know what John Legend sounds like anymore.
Take it. Holla, holla, holla. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to No Chaser Podcast. I'm Tim Chantarangsu. Keep all that, by the way.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
Nikki Blades.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's March 1st. Wow.
Yeah.
Nikki Blades.
Nikki Blades.
It's our birthday month.
It's our birthday month.
How you feel?
I'm excited.
Wow, me too.
I'm
me
excited.
too. I'm feeling good.
I know. I'm already in the mood. I got birthday dress on already.
Hey, let's go. You got anything planned for your birthday?
Not yet, but we're actually recording the day after.
Your birthday?
Yeah, the 11th. You have a schedule to record on the 11th.
Oh, yes, I do. Oh,
because you were like, Nikki, what are you doing for your birthday? I was like, I don't know. He's like, well, just do something in LA.
Because we gotta work.
Because we gotta work.
We're not gonna plan it,
right?
But you got somebody out here.
He's like, I'm gonna ask you what you're gonna do for your birthday, but I don't care what you're gonna do for your birthday because we have to work.
I might be able to make an excuse and be like, all right, let me do a goodie dinner for me and Blades' birthday.
That actually would be really fun.
Let me figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, we have enough time. You got 10 days.
Yeah. Oh, but also Chia will be very pregnant by then, so I don't know if she wants me just out for random shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see what I can do.
Figure something out. But yeah, no set plans yet. I like to keep it real open for the month because my friends got jobs and responsibilities.
Whack.
Which means it's difficult to plan like just one thing. So I like to split it up. But I'm doing something with the family, and then something with the girls, and then hopefully we can go out that weekend.
All right.
Let's hear your John Legend voice.
I thought about it. I was like,
Do it.
No. I really did get close. I'm thinking about it. Maybe I just did it randomly out of nowhere. Also, I'm sober too.
Let's go.
No,
for this episode,
she can't do it.
That's why I can't do it because I'm sober. I'm a little scared, Rick. I'm a little scared.
Baby, it's me. Holla, holla, holla. Oh man.
No, you keep going somewhere.
I know.
Weird.
I'm getting Kermity with it.
He does a throat thing.
But he's going too far. You got to think of a different song.
Ordinary People's the one. If you
I mean, it is.
You can't say
you hit.
I don't. Nah, that's
just because I. Let me get in the car.
Okay, come on. No, Rick. Now it's your turn.
If we had headphones on, I could kill this shit.
Nah, I can't remember what John Legend sounds like.
Girl, I'm in love.
I just remember his little mousy face.
And I just remember. Fuck it. Anyways, I brought that up because have y'all watched You People?
Yes.
And yes, remember David Duchovny? That was my favorite part.
The piano.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that part.
So I wanted to bring it up to talk about the CGI kiss that everyone's talking about, but also, a lot of people hated it. I thought it was really funny. I enjoyed it. But look. But I tend to like shit that a lot of people don't like. So I mean, what did y'all?
I liked it. I really liked the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I hated the casting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't like any of the casting choices. I thought I only disliked Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I really think about it, I don't like any of the casting choices.
Not even Elaine?
She was cool, but she wasn't big enough to matter to me.
Okay.
But I like Lauren London.
Okay. We're keeping Lauren
London.
And
it could have been centered around her with better pieces, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't think anything actually fit, but that's the reason why I like it. because everybody, aside from Eddie, in my opinion, did so well in their roles that I feel they shouldn't have got.
Okay, Nikki Blades, before we expound on all that, initial thoughts?
I was told by people before I even saw it that they hated it. So I had a conversation with someone and they said that they didn't even finish the movie.
Word?
So I already went into the film thinking about everybody else's opinions. So it did put a little bitter taste in my mouth, and I saw the points that they were saying. I thought it was cool. It wasn't my favorite. I won't be watching it again.
Yeah.
It really had some moments that I laughed out loud, and some of the characters I really like the best friend. His best friend was my favorite part of the whole movie. That was literally all I really liked about it.
You see, so I've heard all types of takes, right? I mean, we be reading shit online. A big thing I saw was that they saw no chemistry between Lauren London and Jonah Hill. Yeah. And here's my thing. I see what people are saying, but I didn't feel that way, because when I watched the movie, maybe it's a LA thing, but I've seen couples that you feel like they shouldn't be together and they're together. So it was believable for me.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't watch it and I'm like, they got no chemistry. I watched it and I was like, oh, this is just one of them couples that like you don't think they should be together, but they work, right?
Yeah. I just seen a post the other day of a couple in West LA that looked like them.
Yeah.
It was on suburban LA's Instagram. Somebody was like, look, a you people ass couple in my neighborhood. This movie is realer than y'all think.
I think the family dynamic was just annoying to me. It wasn't even the couple that was a problem for me at all in the movie. It was the families. They were hard to watch because it was just hard to watch people not be understanding or overstepping, and everybody was really entitled to their own thing at times, but you understand it. That's the hard part, is like, it's an uncomfortable movie for a reason, because a lot of these topics are difficult, but it wasn't like a happy, feel good all the way through type of movie for me, because it does touch on some subjects where you're like, ooh, I've seen people in real life have these debates, and that's what made it real for me, not the relationship. I think that was like secondary, sad to say, but the relationship between the two of them, it was just like a piece of it, but it was overall the conversation of these like different cultures trying to figure out how to come together.
And that's what you didn't like?
No. It was hard for me to watch. It was like, it was frustrating watching adults be like so stubborn at times, but it's real. That's what, like, go on the internet, that's all you see is people complaining or thinking like my worse is worse than your worse, and just like, no middle ground.
And that's what I loved about it.
Because it felt real.
Yeah. Like, aside from the casting, this is shit that really goes on to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying with the casting, because I liked Eddie Murphy initially. When like first 20 minutes of the movie, I'm like, oh, he's doing good at this part, because he was real chill with it, like not a Eddie that I was used to. But I think it just didn't change through the whole fucking movie.
You don't like his character. So it's hard to like him in the role, because you don't like the role.
And then all of a sudden, 0 to 100, hey, I love y'all.
Right.
I threw y'all a whole wezzing.
It's a wezzing. It's a wezzing.
Like that. It was, the casting for me. And I think what a lot of people don't want to admit why they don't like it is because they saw Eddie Murphy, Jonah Hill, and thought they were going to be hilarious in it.
Oh,
they were not the comedy.
No,
the friend. What was her name in the? Was her name Mo?
Mo, I think so. Loved.
She was the comic relief.
Yes.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Eddie and Jonah both had a couple of things here and there that they probably improvised, but the point was to make them not funny.
Right.
I get that, but that's another part where I feel like it was bad casting, because it wasn't enough funny for you to have those actors play these serious roles.
Yeah.
Because you can have serious with hints of funny. They didn't have enough hints for me. So it's like, why pick them?
I got you. I mean, like, a lot of people just didn't find it funny either, but I was like laughing a lot. I feel, you know what I'm saying?
I had a conversation with somebody else who thought it was absolutely hilarious and was like, everybody's just taking it too serious. But you can see what people have gone through based off of how they view the movie. For some, like, again, I found it uncomfortable at times because it was frustrating to see, like, grown ass people missing the whole point that it's not even about them. It's supposed to be about the couple. And they kept on making it about themselves. Like the movie is what so many people go through when you're merging, becoming one. And the fact that they were willing to give up on it because your parents are making it difficult, that was annoying to me.
Yeah,
that they called it off. They were like, maybe it's not going to work. Duh, it's supposed to be hard. You're supposed to get past it. That was a turnoff for me.
Yeah, and then the resolution tied itself up just a little too cute and fast for me at the end.
Hey, that sneaker bouquet flower situation was cute as hell.
It was cute. It just all happened too fast for me, man.
I will say though, if for some reason I ended up getting serious with a white woman and me and her family clashed, I would be inclined to just be like, maybe we shouldn't.
I can't
really,
because I feel like. And I don't mean in the same way that they did in the movie. That was like different to me.
Yeah.
But if it was like this guy, you want this guy, for me, it'll feel like, I don't know if that's something we can overcome as a group. This is probably going to lead to you having to not fuck with your family anymore. And that's whack as fuck. I don't want to be responsible for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I definitely don't want to deal with that shit all the time. Maybe it's best that we just
you saying that kind of reminds me of a ex situation where, not gonna lie, like the fact that I've always felt like the dad specifically never really fucked with me did throw me off a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I never wanted to go to family dinners, and it made me just not want to be around. You know what I'm saying? And it was difficult when she was really close to her family, right?
Yeah.
So it definitely does. You always feel like you're judged. You can't be yourself. So yeah, I mean, something to think about.
You know what? Let me even take that back. Not even a white woman.
Any
woman,
yeah,
a black woman. If her family doesn't fuck with me, specifically me, as who I am, how do we move forward with that?
Yeah,
without a bunch of drama.
The drama's gonna be there. I've seen it firsthand what that looks like, because like I don't even speak.
Me too.
Like I don't speak to my dad's side of the family anymore because of how they treated my mother. But my mom stayed, and I do remember having conversations with her about like, what made you stay? Because I thought time and time again they should have split up.
Oh,
like it was that bad. And she stayed because she loved my dad. So maybe like there was more. It was my dad. There's so many reasons. But was it hard? Extremely. Is it still difficult to this day?
Yeah.
Extremely. And even though I've seen it happen, I still don't think that would stop me from being with somebody.
Right.
Because I know you can make it through. And just to like, man, I'm down with cutting people off. Like, if it's going to be difficult, that's fine, especially if I'm building my own.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why watching the two families make it about them, that's where it was like, y'all selfish ass people, you're missing the point. And a lot of families do that because they had to make exceptions, or they were the ones that stayed within their culture and they didn't marry who they wanted to date, who they really wanted to be with. So they pushed that onto you. But I do think that I would fight. I would fight for the person that I want to be with.
Have you guys ever, in your personal real life lives, had difficulties in interracial dating, relationships, families, society?
Yeah. I mean, to a certain extent, like it's, I'm super mixed. So whoever was coming into my side, it's like we had to sit and talk as a family to be like, make sure y'all know, like, yes, did my family want me to end up with a Hawaiian guy? They did. Culturally, they're like, there's very few of us. It makes sense. So we had that for most of my life. I had to deal with that pressure being put on me. They really wanted me to end up with someone, same cultures, the same understanding, preserve our race, like that whole, like really, like there's
keep it pure.
Well, or not even pure, just like try to get some, because they're thinking not about love. They're thinking about the benefit of it. Like your kids can go to this school and then we can get land and we could do all of these things because we're so diluted. So it was pushed on me a lot. And I think I've only ever met and dated one Hawaiian guy in my life. So I had to sit there and tell them like, it's not going to happen, and eventually everybody came around, but that was something that was really hard and drilled into our brains as like kids.
Yeah.
But you moved us to California? You moved me to California in a
Mm.
small ass town, and you're sitting here thinking that I'm gonna like find some Hawaiian guy next to the cow?
Yeah, that's difficult, man. What you gonna best you can do is go to Carson and find you a Samoan. You know what I'm saying?
You know, and then there's
Then you got to be a blood.
right. I'm not about that life. But it took time. But I think that I mean, our family definitely grew past it. My sisters, you know, my babies, my nieces are mixed. Everybody's mixed.
Right.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up? For me, it's take a big old poo, but probably not check your credit score, right? Didn't think so. At Chime, that's exactly what they do. With their secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card, you can start to build credit with your own money. Chime reports your payments to credit bureaus to help you build credit over time. Their members see an increase of 30 points on average. That's a lot. All of this with no annual fees, large security deposits, or credit checks to apply. I mean, come on, that's lit. So, start your credit journey with Chime. Sign up takes only 2 minutes and doesn't affect your credit score. Get started at chime.com/nochaser. That's chime.com/nochaser. The Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card is issued by Stride Bank N.A. pursuant to a license from Visa USA Chime checking account and $200 qualifying direct deposit required to apply for the secured Chime Credit Builder Visa credit card. Regular on-time payment history can have a positive impact on your credit score. Impact to score may vary, and some user scores may not improve. Out-of-network ATM withdrawal fees may apply except at MoneyPass ATMs in a 7-Eleven or any All-Point or Visa Plus Alliance ATM.
Did y'all know that with HelloFresh, you get farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep? Yeah, that's right. You get to skip the lines at the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why they're America's #1 meal kit. Now, it's March, and March is National Nutrition Month, and HelloFresh is making it easy for you to choose delicious, dietitian-approved meals. All you got to do is look for the Dietitian Win tag on their menu choices for meals under 700 calories and with 1/3 less sodium. Now, with the cost of groceries going up and up, now is the perfect time to start with HelloFresh. HelloFresh is cheaper than grocery store and 25% less expensive than takeout. Now, y'all know me. I use HelloFresh. I be in here chefing it up, making myself feel like a grown man, even though they make it extremely easy for me. I still take pride in it, right? So all you guys got to do is go to HelloFresh.com/NoChaser60 and use code NoChaser60 for 60% off plus free shipping. Again, that's HelloFresh.com/NoChaser60 and use code NoChaser60 for 60% off plus free shipping. That's a great deal right there. And that's why HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit.
But yeah, they really did try for the longest time.
Yeah, man. Whenever people ask me that question, I always feel I'm like, hey, sorry, kids. I got nothing to help because maybe it's because I've grown up in a very diverse area. Maybe I just didn't give a fuck if people were looking at me funny. But my direct situations, I never had any issues with my family when I was dating somebody that wasn't Asian or wasn't Thai. Mm-hmm. My mom, for sure, when I was little, would always kind of, oh, you know, if you married a Thai girl, blah blah blah, or she would have a friend like, oh, her daughter is so pretty, you should mm-hmm. talk to her, whatever, right? But I think my parents learned early on, like, you know, I taste the rainbow, baby. Don't bet on it, man. So, and it was never, my mom told me from the beginning, though, she was like, look, as long as she like treats you right, she's a good woman, I'll love her regardless. And then Chia came around and my mom hated her now. And like, I think I've just always been fortunate enough to not have to deal with no drama. Like the most I've ever had to deal with is maybe random comments from people being stupid. Like, of course, I think I've probably told the story before. I know I have. Like, I was on a date with somebody who was black and didn't have any weird stares. No one looking at us crazy except for one old head who was just like, oh, you got yourself a sister. Oh, my man got himself a sister. How he swing that? I'm like, and we're like, bruh, can you please?
That's too funny.
I always feel like it's the family that's the worst because I've never dealt with problems outside of the house.
I've never had problems within my family. I mean, because there's a lot of mixed going on in my family.
Mm-hmm.
Even from way back, like I've said before, my mom is lighter than you
Mm-hmm.
because of some Irish shit that went down on her side of the
Yeah.
family a long time ago.
Some Irish dude that went down.
Hopefully not during slavery. Yeah.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
Oh,
like
Lord.
they light over there, and then I got cousins with everything's just mixed in my
Right.
family. So
Yeah,
we never
yeah.
had that. Any girls that I dealt with, if it was anything where I'd be meeting their family, they weren't having an issue with it.
Mhm.
There was other girls who I found out was doing the rebellion thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I never met the family. So that didn't matter either. But outside, like you said, a couple of comments, not even a lot, and one in person that's just funny. Have I ever told chocolate milk story on here?
Nah.
No.
Bro. And I wasn't even dating this girl. None of us were, right? So we've talked about Tams before.
Damn.
The after the club spot Tams, right? So Tams it's in the little hood-ish area of Paramount, but you go there. That's where you go.
You gotta go to Tams.
One night after something, we were at Tams, but it was a slow night. It wasn't a lot of people there. It wasn't like a typical weekend. I don't know what we were doing, but it was me, the homie Lino. Shout out Lino. Black. Well, he's not black actually, but he looked black. Another dude, I forget who, also black, and then a Cuban girl. And this dude pulls up. I'm gonna assume he's Mexican based on gang tattoos, but I know not all from this particular gang are Mexican, so I don't know. But that's what I'm assuming, right?
Don't want to offend any gang members.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely don't.
So he pulls up on us. He gets out of the car and he's just staring, right? So he's kind of like, here we go with this shit. But he doesn't say nothing. He goes in, gets his food. He comes back. He's staring again. Opens his door, puts his food in, closes his door. He's still outside of the car.
Okay.
So he starts going, hey, homie. Hey, homie. So everybody's just ignoring him, right? But then he starts walking. So now at this point, it's like, okay, we need to let this dude know ain't no soft shit over here.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
think he about to come do something. So I forget, one of us was like, what's up? And he was like, she don't want to make no chocolate milk, homie.
Oh, yes.
She don't want to make no chocolate milk with you fools. Get your own ladies. Get your own ladies. We started dying.
Oh.
And he was so mad. But I was like, it took you all this time to think of that?
Chocolate
She don't want to
milk.
make no chocolate milk.
Oh my God.
And then
That's cute.
Yeah, and then
Cute.
and then yeah, he started saying to get your own. Stop trying to
Yeah.
stop trying to take our highness.
Oh God.
And then she started going off.
Oh, word.
Because like she's Cuban.
Right.
And she also assumed he was Mexican. Or maybe he said it. I don't know. But she
Yeah.
was like, I'm not even fucking Mexican.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
going off like, oh shit. Hey, chill.
And then from that day on, when Rick approached women, it was
Like,
trying to make some chocolate milk. It's like, that don't even make sense, really.
It don't make
It
sense.
made 0 sense, but it made sense.
It makes
Yeah,
no
yeah.
sense, but it makes
She
sense.
don't want to make no chocolate milk.
Oh my God.
I remember I was out with this girl. We were still in high school, but we on a little dinner date. Who even dropped us off? I don't know. But anyways, we got some food. We're holding hands, and she was the only one that brought it up because I guess a couple people were looking or whatever. And then she was like, "Oh my God, we're an interracial couple."
Oh.
See, that's why they're like, "Oh my God, look at us, we're an interracial couple."
That's funny.
Nobody knows what I am, so they know I blend
Yeah,
into whoever
just
I'm
work
sitting next
whatever.
to.
Isn't that the beauty too? Because whenever people ask me, "Yo, how do Chi's parents feel about y'all dating?" I'm like, "Well, she's a product of a mixed couple, so it's like they can't say shit."
Yeah.
And I'm sure I've told this before, but the story of how her parents met. Do you know this?
Yes, I think you've told it.
Okay,
before.
cool. Well, shit.
Just remind them.
No, I will. You know I will.
Mm-hmm.
They were both in Canada. Her dad is Eritrean, her mom's Salvadorian. And one day I was like, "How did y'all meet?" And they were in Canada learning how to speak English together and met and fell in love.
Mm.
Pretty
You know,
cute.
Just-
so cute.
You are Cute.
That's adorable. My parents met in the club. My parents met in the club. You know what?
With their translators, though.
With you are. Hey, fucker. Oh, you was sexy ass. Yeah, right. My mom to this day always talks about how my dad did not leave her alone. Like, she's like, look, I didn't even think your dad was attractive. I was like, yeah, Mom, you're mean. But what's weird is like when you're so closely mixed, but people still are upset. Like my grandma and like my dad's side of the family was mad that my mom's part Filipino. Like was mad. It's the weirdest thing. Like how yes. Like so that's how they would make fun of the wives. Okay, so my uncle married white. Woo! Let me tell you, my cousins dealt with so much shit from my dad's side of the family
white?
because they were half white, and then we were half Filipino. So they would talk so much shit about the kids. Like it was really, it's like when you have messed up people raising kids, and they're actually kids raising kids. It's just. It's horrible because when you sit back and we look like our cousins, we always get, you know, when we can get together, we're trying to make sure that our babies are better than how we were raised. Because we were raised around, literally, my poor cousins had a white mom, and that's all they heard. Like, you're white, you're not Hawaiian, you're not this. And then for us, like, their side of the family would be like, oh, well, you know, because I would get super dark in the summer. Like, you know, they would just talk hella shit.
Yeah.
Or my hair was curly, and they're like, you're actually not this, you're black. Like, or they found you, you're adopted.
Oh, God.
They would say stuff like that just because our moms were mixed with something else.
Mm-hmm.
And within our own family, it just made every single one of us so confused. Like, everybody dates whoever they want to be with. And when you're being just told not to be with certain people, you're like, why?
Yeah.
What is the issue?
Yeah.
And with our nieces, everybody is so much more open because we're all mixed, and we're like, look, you see how that worked out for them? Clearly, the people that are sitting back and telling you who not to be with are the problems because you're not doing it for the right reasons. You're just mad because of what?
Because of what? Just
Because
a
of
deep-seated, weird, at random, for nothing hate. Isn't
For
that
nothing
crazy?
hate. There was no real reason why everybody hated like my mom and my cousin's mom. It was just the fact that they weren't enough Hawaiian. And it's really toxic, but it's very strong in the culture because there isn't enough that they're constantly pulling for, like, you know, if one of my cousins, she actually married Hawaiian, had Hawaiian babies. All of this was supposed to be like, she was the winner of the family, right? Like, she's put on a pedestal. Her kids are doing this. They speak Hawaiian. Yeah, tell me why divorce not that long later. Like, do you think, you know what I mean? Like, what? You don't win in life just because you went and made babies with this person.
Right,
like,
right,
you're not
right.
better than me. And that's like the moral of the story, is just because everybody else has their opinion.
It's like, who cares, man? That's what's crazy, right?
A lot of people care. That's the hard part. Is that
a lot of people
to this day, it sounds so weird to say my grandma didn't like my mom because she's Filipino.
Right.
What? That's dumb. But there's so many kids and people watching right now that are dealing with like, yo, my family hates my girlfriend, or I was raised to like not like this group of people for whatever reason.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? For most of us, learning a second language in high school or college wasn't exactly a high point in our academic careers, right? You know, your boy took 3 years of Spanish and I only know poquito. Do you remember? I do. Now, thanks to Babbel, the language learning app that's sold more than 10 million subscriptions, there's an addictively fun and easy way to learn a new language. Whether you'll be traveling abroad, connecting in a deeper way with family, or just have some free time, Babbel teaches bite-sized language, poquito, lessons that you'll actually use in the real world, okay? Now, I can always learn more Spanish. I'm in California. I would like to be fluent, okay? Babbel's 15-minute lessons, 15, make it the perfect way, perfecto, to learn a new language on the go. Other language learning apps use AI for their lesson plans, but Babbel lessons were created by over 100 language experts. With Babbel, you can choose from 14 languages, including Spanish, French, Italian, and German. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, get up to 55% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/nochaser. That's babbel.com/nochaser for up to 55% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life. Por vida.
You know, and that's I try to give the younger kids advice on that, and I try to tell them, like, you know what? As long as they're a good person, you know, your mom will come around. But I don't know that to be facts because sometimes the moms don't come around. You know what I'm saying?
But that's okay.
And that's okay.
The moral of the story is that you just don't have to be like them. You can understand that they're stuck in their ways and you can't change them. And it's not your job to change your parents. It's not your job to change the way that they were raised to view the world. All you can do is try to be better for yourself and then be better for everyone else because we're the change.
And I tell you this, that's facts. And if you're trying to impress an Asian mom, just eat the food.
Eat the food always.
Don't look at it funny. Fucking get a big scoop of that shit and eat it. Ask for seconds.
Of every culture though, every culture, you better eat the food always.
Can we be the generation to stop that?
But to eat the food?
No. As the parent, don't be the one forcing things on people.
Yeah, we can. We can.
Nah. Veda's little girlfriend or future boyfriend or whatever.
Oh yeah, you gotta torture him a little bit.
Better eat all the Thai food. Better eat all the pupusas.
Man, these kids are so their palates are so advanced these days.
These motherfuckers be vegan at 6 by choice.
I'm gluten free, sodium free, sugar free.
I'm telling Veda right now. I don't care. She want to get tattoos. She want to go go dye her hair purple. She want to join the Church of Satan. Whatever. Just you better not be vegan in my house.
Damn, that's the line.
All right.
You know what? She's going to date a vegan. That's the first one she's bringing home. She's bringing home a vegan. If you tell her don't date a vegan, that's the first thing she's bringing home.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I think you're right. Like the force feeding everybody or forcing your culture onto.
Yeah, I mean, not even like the culture. Just if somebody doesn't like something, don't judge them on what they don't like.
Right. Well, my thing is just try the shit. Just try it.
Just try it.
Let's try it out.
I mean, but if we on a date and you don't want to try the shit, I'm judging you.
Fair. That's a date.
That's fine.
Okay, but not like
That's fine.
our kids person.
Yeah, I mean, anybody. If let's say y'all live together.
Okay.
Yeah.
And y'all just don't like to eat the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can eat together separately.
No, look. Okay,
Yeah.
so me and Chia do a lot of that now where, yes, I would love for her to try everything I eat. But sometimes, man, she just look at it and like, I'm good. And I'm like, that's okay. And look, and I low-key kind of do this to piss her off too. She stay trying to, like, when I'm kind of hungry, but I don't want to eat nothing crazy because it's late. She's like, have a protein shake, right? Because I've been working my train or whatever. And I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
And she's like, babe, why don't you just have a protein shake? I'm like,
No.
or I could just eat some actual protein. I'm gonna just have some fucking turkey and I'm good, right? And then, or sometimes I'm like, I'm hungry. She's like, babe, if you just make a protein shake, I'm like,
Hey, stand firm on that, dog.
I do.
You don't have to have a fucking protein shit.
Oh, I do.
And to be clear, I'm not the person that's saying I don't want to eat that.
Yeah.
I eat the shit.
Yeah.
I'm just vouching for other people.
Right.
Because sometimes they just don't want to eat the
That's
shit.
true.
Yeah,
That is.
we definitely do a
true.
lot of separate eating, but Veda's gonna eat everything.
Everything.
Once I'll say this too. It is definitely a blessing, because of course initially dating Chia, it was like, oh, what's it gonna be like with her family, right? I don't know if they've ever had a Asian dude around before, but at her holiday get-togethers and shit, it's crazy. It's literally like you got the Eritreans, you got the Salvadorians, it's some white people in there that got brought into the mix. I did look like, oh, I'm the first Asian. I'm completing the formula over here. I'm the fucking last.
Missing piece.
Yeah, I'm the
Infinity
stones.
Like
Yeah. they got all the stones now that we hear. So yeah, it's a good time, man. But every once in a while, you do recognize when you're around people that aren't really used to being around Asian people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's with any culture, right? Like if they're not used to being around a certain type of people, they might say something that's a little reckless and they don't even know. Like there has been times one of the family members was like, there's just that one Chinese restaurant here. I never eat there because I don't know what kind of meat it is. I don't know if it's dog or cat or whatever.
You just get that little bit of.
And I'm like, oh. I was like, that's a little offensive.
Like maybe not fully racist, but racial.
And I'm like, look, I'll tell you right now about these Asian restaurants and cooking up dogs, guys. Like, do y'all realize how difficult that would be to just snatch up dogs and you gotta clean the fucking dog and you gotta chop it up? Like, I feel like it's so much extra steps when you could just go get some cheap chicken at Stater Brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
I do wonder what like the next relationship I get into, like what it's gonna look like. My ex's family is absolutely amazing. Like to this day, like is amazing. Dad's Mexican, mom is Mexican, white, like fully accepting, loving, caring, like interested in the culture, sharing the culture, interested in other people's cultures.
You should ask your ex's parents if they know anybody to set you up with that they approve of.
You know what? My ex's mom would probably do that. She's so dope. But I think I did stay in that relationship for a long time because I loved his family so much. Like I do. That's one where I'm like, damn. And when you think about building a life with someone and how like the family activities are, and for me, I want all of that. I definitely want the family barbecues, the big Christmases, I love family time, and that shit right there, I don't even know if anybody's ever going to be able to beat that.
Yeah.
There's people out there with big ass families.
Yeah,
You big ass
shit. I'm looking for the exact opposite.
You want a small family?
I don't really fuck with them as girls.
Oh, you want just like, no, we ain't got to go there for Christmas. Fuck them people.
That is exactly what I'm thinking. Like, I do not want to have to make a bunch of fucking stops on holidays.
Look,
I love it.
You know me. Majority of the time, it was just me and my parents growing up, right? So when I started going to Chia's family for Christmas, man, little cousins running around, aunties, uncles, other cousins, and I definitely like would have to step into a room sometimes and be like, man, I'm mentally exhausted.
Yeah.
And then, but she told me that sometimes her dad would just leave and get wings by himself. I'm like, all right, he understands me. He's not gonna be mad.
System.
Yeah.
There's
There
a
is.
system.
Because, I mean, y'all know there's a bunch of shit I don't like or I don't want to do or I'm against or whatever, right? But in a relationship, if you want to do that shit, I got you, dog.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to be a bitch about it. I'm not going to have an attitude.
Yeah.
We can do that shit. But, man, if I can find one who don't want to do that shit...
I know.
Heaven.
It's balance. It's balance. I like that.
Yeah, it's for sure a balance, man. I'm just the thing about you people is that CGI kiss.
Oh yeah, we did not talk about that.
Did y'all hear about that?
No.
Yes.
Well, I didn't hear.
Oh, girl, let me tell you.
Tell
so
me.
fucking comedian Andrew Schultz, funny ass dude who was in the movie.
Funny.
He comes out. He's like, on his podcast, or I don't know. I think it was his podcast. He's like, somebody else's. He's like, I don't know if I should even say this, but when they filmed that last kiss, it was mad weird because they did not actually kiss.
Huh.
They got really close, and he thought they were gonna like, cut after that and now when you watch, now that he's pointed out, and now that everyone's slowed it down and posted
I need to see it.
GIFs and shit, you see them get real close, and then the lips kind of morph together, and there's like a little strategically placed confetti that falls in front of their mouth, and it's like, oh, this shit is fake.
Damn, I didn't know that.
So then it's like, why? What could be the reason? You know what I'm saying? Especially for like, because some people have said like, oh, maybe because she's still mourning about Nipsey and she wants to be respectful. But I mean, she's an actress. Like, she knows how that shit goes.
Yeah, but I mean, just on a personal level, like, what if she hasn't kissed nobody since?
That's true.
Like, I don't want to
I think that is
kiss in a movie.
That's
Some
true.
dude I'm not even interested in.
And I think that it's cool that it was an option. You know what I mean? The fact that she could say like, or whoever decided this, that I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
And that's something that you could just do instead. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
It could have been him too.
Could have been him. Maybe he didn't want to be disrespectful or
he's afraid of cold sores and shit like that.
Nah.
No, not saying she has it. I'm
right,
saying,
no, facts.
Like,
just
you don't want to be kissing
paranoid.
people.
Yeah,
Just
totally.
because.
We are in the COVID age.
That is
you
true.
know?
That is true. Now I'm going to have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, watch that part.
Yeah.
I went immediately and I was like, oh.
And I just like throughout the movie how they always implied they were being physical, like the way that it was. They were you never really saw them doing anything. It was like, oh, here's my feetsies kind of coming by your feetsies. And oh, now we wake up and I'm brushing my teeth and we had sex.
Yeah.
Like we go together. It's like, oh, I like it was wholesome. It felt like focus on what the moral of the story is and not be distracted by trying to figure out if they really what they did.
This just reminded me of I had to do a kissing scene for it was like Playboy Network's YouTube channel. They were doing some digital content or shit like that, and they were doing these videos. It was like a bunch of videos of the moment I fucked up or something like that, right? And they told me and a girl would be like recreating these different scenarios where it's like, oh, you're hooking up, and then I don't know, a mom walks in or some shit like that, right? And I'm like, yo, cool, all right, whatever, let's do it. I'm acting, right? And I'm like, oh, this is Playboy Network. She about to be beautiful, whoever they bring in. I don't think this was a Playboy model or anyone affiliated because, you know, I'll tell you this. I'm an actor, right? So it's whatever. I'm there to do the job. It's not like I'm like, ooh, I'm about to fucking have a magnetic tongue and moment with this girl.
Yeah.
But it was definitely not somebody I would normally kiss on a or even approach for a date. All right.
Oh, okay.
And not only that, she was kissing like this was the first time she's ever kissed a person before, man.
Oh, y'all were really like.
Oh yes, it was like not just pecking. It was like we was on a
Oh, y'all was making out?
Yeah, kind of making out, but it's no tongue. It's very lippy making out, right?
Oh.
But it was like her timing was very like, and I'm like, I'm trying to fucking pretend like I'm into this shit. I tell you how awkward the shit was on a little break. One of the either director or cameraman was like, yeah, sorry, man. Next time we'll try and get someone who's like apologize to me because the shit was weird.
Funny. Speaking of weird, but also I applaud us for this. Maybe just me, because I don't know if you've ever done it, but I feel like you have it. All them years of making skits, writing scripts, we weren't writing kisses for ourselves. Making a bunch of girls.
Oh,
I'm trying to kiss y'all.
Not never for no reason.
Yeah.
I have had skits with kisses, but it was always I felt like I did a Sleeping Beauty skit with Jess Lizama where I had to wake her up with a kiss, and I did a wedding skit where we're getting married, so we kissed, but it was never like make out with me for this, and it had nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna open with us making out, and then the doorbell's gonna ring.
Yeah.
Like, well, why are we making out? But I see motherfuckers do shit like that.
Yeah.
I wrote one, but it was the video's called "Stop Thinking with Your Dick," and it was highlighting all the shit you realize after the smash. So it was me realizing she had a crazy mustache.
The mustache, I remember
put
that.
the fake mustache on her and kissed her with that shit. That was the only time I ever wrote one. But I remember my first on-camera kiss was not supposed to happen. And I never got to see the footage of this because I don't know what the fuck my face was looking like. I forget who it was. It was somebody's music video. And I was supposed to be some girl's shitty boyfriend who she's about to meet somebody else at this party we're going to and leave, right? We're supposed to walk in. She's supposed to like give me attitude, or I'm supposed to be not acknowledging her, and she walks off. She decides to fucking kiss me.
Oh.
Like we're supposed to not like she's not supposed to be vibing with me.
Yeah.
But in her head, she's gonna anger kiss me.
Oh, what?
And I was thrown the fuck off.
You're like, where?
Yeah, I know my face was like,
because it don't even make sense.
It don't make sense.
She just wanted
And she kept doing it.
Oh, she just kept kissing
Every
you.
take. You remember her.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
This was on the top of the pool.
Yeah. I was
Yes.
like, what the fuck? I never seen that music video at all. I don't think it got finished.
I don't remember seeing it, no.
Yeah, but I would love to see that first take because I was like, well, I just met that girl. Too.
Yeah.
Like
She was pretty.
Yeah, but it was completely random and awkward. I was like, oh shit.
Are we kissing?
I'm trying to think if there's any other moments that was like awkward for me like that. I do remember. I remember in high school, there was my homegirl. It's fine.
But
It's just spilling all over the place.
there's just water all over the floor now.
I did. Oh yes. Okay, dude. One time in drama class. Okay, this is where I kind of wrote a kiss in just because I wanted to kiss this girl. I feel like I might have told the story, but fuck it. That's gonna be the new No Chaser t-shirts. Have I told you the story? Whatever.
Fuck it.
It was a girl I had a super crush on. Her name was Alicia. And and I had a super crush on her in drama class, and she knew that, and she would flirt with me, but she had a man, and So we got paired up. You know, it was like, write your own skit. You and a partner write a skit for drama class, whatever, and you're gonna perform it in front of the class, right? So we start to write this skit, going back and forth, writing these lines, and I'm like, I take it home. And I'm like, let me work this kiss into there. And this was before we were texting and shit, right? So it was like the next day, I was like, so what you think? I wrote this kiss in there, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
She was like, she read it. She was like, okay, that's fine. I was like, oh my God, yes. And then so while we're, and she told her dude was like, all right, well, fine, drama class, whatever. And then so I remember just being backstage, being like, all right, so I mean, we should probably rehearse before we do it in front of everybody. So we had to like kiss a few times. She was like, you have soft lips. I was like, oh my God, my plan is working.
Fucking creep.
I know, it's so creepy, but I was a little horny, little in love ass boy. And so we fucking did the skit. We kissed in front of the whole class. The class gasped in shock. And something, they was shocked, shook, all that shit.
Shook it.
And then the next day, another dude and this girl Cynthia did the same shit, did a kissing skit. I was like, man, y'all,
loser ass, copycat ass.
copycat ass, copying my perv. Come on.
Copy my perv.
That's funny.
But it was great. I don't regret anything.
That reminded me of another awkward ass time I had on film. But this one was funny to me, but it was definitely fucking awkward.
Yes.
Another video.
Love it.
Another video. The premise of this video is Tim hires a girl to pretend to date me, but what she's really doing is trying to be my personal trainer.
Oh, yes.
So she's like coming to the crib and saying stuff like, you know what really turns me on? Jogging. Shit like that, right?
Yeah.
So
It's on Rick's channel.
yeah. So she comes to my house and I'm trying to get her to come in and she's like, nah, we going out. But she's trying to get me to like fucking go jogging with ankle weights on and shit, right? And I'm not feeling it. Like, I don't want to jog. We could do something in here. And what she's supposed to do is turn around, bend over to stretch. I'm supposed to look at her butt and just like fall into the trance. Okay, whatever you want to do type shit.
Yeah.
She decides to turn around and bend over on me.
Oh, she backs it up.
Yeah. And I was not prepared. I had on some thin Zane robe, camo joggers. I'll never forget this shit. Everything was lined up way too perfect.
You fell into a trance.
A hard trance. A hard fucking trance. So while it's happening, I'm like, oh, shit. And that was my line anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Yeah. But then as soon as we have the cut, I'm like, oh, shit. She has to get up.
Yeah.
So she gets up. I immediately put my hand in my pocket. Try to like hunch over and shit.
Can we do that again? I don't think we got it that time.
And then her dumbass says, what do you have in your pocket?
Oh my God.
Big mama, is that a flashlight in your pocket?
Wow.
Fuck. I was like, yo, chill. So I told her, I'm like, all right, look, that was good. But that's not what you're supposed to do. You got to take a step out because you're supposed to be stretchy. You're not supposed to be like, on me. Oh, okay. Same thing. I'm like, all right, I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was stiff in front of the whole crew.
Camera dude, the sound guy's like, hell yeah, brother. Me too, man.
Oh, Lord.
Well, shit. Rick's dick. Thank y'all for listening and watching another episode of the No Chaser podcast. We're going to leave y'all with that image in your mind. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. We love you so much.
It's our birthday month.
It's our birthday month.
Pisces gang.
Pisces gang all day. My birthday is the 6th. Hers is the 10th. Make sure you cash app Nikki Blades. And make sure you like, share, comment, share, subscribe, all that bullshit. I'm Tim Chantarangsu.
I'm Ricky Shucks.
I'm Nikki Blades.
Bye.